What's up YouTube, NCG here, bringing you full powered Fluffals. Now this is no holds barred, put as much money as you want into a very, supposedly cheap deck as possible and make it as competitive as possible. And as you can see, it does have the ability to get into Toad, and as we go through the deck, I'll show you how to do that exactly. So let's, without further ado, move those to one side and get cracking. Kraken. Triple Fluffal Penguin, that was terrible, please don't laugh at that. Triple Fluffal Penguin, again, very, very good card deck, really, really nice addition. Basically, during your main phase, you can special summon one Fluffal monster from your hand, except itself. This effect can only be used once per turn if this while this card is face up on the field. If this card is sent to the graveyard as fusion materials for a fusion summon of a Frightfur fusion monster, you draw 2 cards. Then discard 1 card. Only use the effect of Fluffal Penguin once per turn. Best thing about this is your Toad. This is a very, very easy Toad. This instant fusion Toad. Done. Not to mention, if you have the ability to fuse as well, it could easily end up with a Shark, a Toad, and then any fusion that you choose, a Kraken if you really want to, or a Sheep. Very, very good card. Triple Fluffal Dog. Usually what you're going to be bringing out with your Penguin is Fluffal Dog. This card is your searcher. It allows you to add an Edge Imp Sabers or Fluffal monster from your deck to your hand. So you can be searching out Bear to drop for your toy vendor if you wish, or you're going to be searching out those Sabers to help you complete your fusion. Zoom in a little bit more for you. Triple Wings. This helps get you your wing combo off. This is the pop the toy vendor, draw, draw, draw again. Well, draw, draw, and search. Triple Fluffal Bear. This obviously is part of your Wings combo. You dump Bear to get your toy vendor, then you dump Wings using toy vendor's effect. If you get a special summon off it, happy days. If not, you still have Wings combo engraved to pop and draw. We play 1 Owl. Owl is a way around anti-spell fragrance, or just the ability of being locked out of your spells. Or he's your Poly Searcher. Straightforward. Double Edgent Chain. Again, this is your Frightfur search, and until we get like Patchwork and all the new cards as well, it's used minimally, but it's still a very, very good card. 1 Edge Imp Sabers to help complete those fusion moves, and you can recycle this by putting a card on top of your deck. Double King of the Swamp. This can act as a Poly Searcher plus any of the other cards that's specifically listed on the fusion itself. Triple Poly, must have in this deck. I did play Fusion Substitute, I believe it was, but yes, after some suggestions and after actually like thoroughly testing it, it's not that good in this deck. Triple Toy Vendor, again, this is amazing. Like when it's sent to the graveyard, you get a search. You draw 1 card, reveal it. If it's a Fluffal, cool, you got an extra special summon. If not, you send it to the graveyard. Triple Instant Fusion, because we want to be getting that Toad play off as soon as possible. It also accesses your Sheep, which lets you skip straight up to Sabertooth, and Sabertooth will then bring back Sheep without you having to worry it being destroyed during the end phase. We also play Rare Fish in this, so you've got 2 ways of getting into Toad. 2 Fusion Recycling Plant and 1 Terraforming. Now everyone seems to forget the second effect of the Fusion Recycling Plant. This is your continuous Fusion Recovery. So once per turn you can discard 1 card, add 1 Poly from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you just cycle it around if you wish. Once per turn during the end phase, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard that was used as a fusion material for a fusion summon this turn, add it to your hand. Now, if you really, really wanted to, you could take out that Terraform if you wanted to for a fusion recovery, just so it speeds up the deck a little bit more. Double Foolish Burial of Goods. This card you basically just want to be sending, you want to be sending your toy vendor then gets you your search off. That's mainly what you're going to be using this card for. Double Fight for a Fusion, again extending your play to OTKs. Double Twin Twister, these can easily be MSTs, basically, or Cosmic Cyclones, whichever you really want to see. Twin Twisters obviously is discard and the double back row pop, but sometimes because you've already got discard fodder with Recycling Plant, you don't always want to be discarding your stuff. However, Twin Twisters is still probably one of the better back row clearance cards. 1 Raigeki, because Zodiacs are a thing right now, and clearing them off the board with a Raigeki really, really hurts them. You can easily bump it into a Dark Hole if you wish as well. Now, Double Crazy Prisons. These aren't the Crazy Prisons, these are your D barriers. These are your cheaper option for a D barrier, but if you're going all out, these are your barriers. Side in the third, done. Bosh, game. And then finally, your Solemn Warning. Easy be a strike if you wish, I just think Solemn Warning's that bit better. Now on to the extra deck. Now, we'll go through the fusions first. Double Fright for a Kraken, the new addition to the deck. Very, very good, very, very strong. And the best thing about this card is, so once per turn you target 1 monster on an opponent controls and send it to the graveyard. Cool, no destruction effect going off. The only thing it's doing is targeting. If it didn't target, it would be broke as shite. Now, The best thing about Kraken is, if you bring Kraken out, use this effect, send one of your opponent's monsters to the graveyard, bye-bye. It can't attack directly twice. Well, it can attack twice during each battle phase, but it can't attack directly the turn you activate the send effect. However, because it's not specifically named, it's only this card. So, if I was to bring out this Kraken, use this effect to send one card to grave, then fuse with this Kraken for a Sabertooth, Sabertooth can then bring this card back. He can then attack directly twice if he wished, or he can use his effect to send again. That is how busted this card is. It then shifts into defense mode, or you can shift it to defense mode after it's battled at the end of the battle phase, if it battled. So if it attacked directly, you can't, but if it battled, you know, happy days, it's going in defense and it's a 3k defender. Fright Fur Sabertooth. Now, obviously, this is your card. If you use for free materials, can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. All Fright Fur monsters gain 400 attack. And if this card was, so it can't be destroyed by battle, revives a Fright Fur fusion from your graveyard. Target one Fright Fur monster in your graveyard, special summon it, and then gives everyone 400 attack. What a very generous guy that is. Double Fright Fur Sheep, instant fusion target. If this card is attacked or attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards effects until the end of the damage step. So he's an Armades, very, very nice. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, or if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, special summon it and give it an extra 800 attack. Whoop-hee. Double Fright Fur Tiger. Now this is your bait out card. This is a card that you're either clearing your opponent's back row or front row, or you're going to be baiting out their strikes and warnings. Very, very nice card. One Fright Fur Wolf, you don't really need it as much because you've got Kraken now. However, Wolf, you can, if your opponent's got no board and you're just like, look, I'm going to absolutely wreck you now, you can, and you've got Tiger on board, you can just bring this guy out using whatever you want, obviously sabers and a Fluffal monster, but as many more materials as possible, then this card is attacking for that amount of time. Now, Tiger gives all Fright Fur monsters 300 for all Fright Fur monsters, Fluffal and Fright Fur monsters you control. So great, he's boosting already. But then Wolf can then attack that amount of times as materials are used. So he is going to be burning through. If you can hit your opponent direct with 4 of these, it's game. Your one Elder Entity Norden until he gets banned, and your one Rare Fish for your instant fusion targets to get into this bad boy, Shark, and then Shark is getting you into Toad. If you wanted to put more money into it, you could bump these back up. You could put 2 Sharks in, you could put 2 Toads in, but then, you know, you're clogging it out and you're not using the deck mainly what it's used for. Just to finish it off, you've got your one Castel and your one Abyss Dweller, 2 of the best cards in the deck. Obviously, Abyss Dweller will then get the bump if it's used with Penguin. So if you bring Abyss Dweller out, use Penguin, give it the bump, detach, and then go for instant fusion plays. Or you can use your Norden and Rare Fish, whichever you seem fit, depending on what deck you're playing against, that is. So that is it. That is full-powered Fluffals. Now, the standard core, probably 30 quid at the moment, maybe 40 including the Krakens and your extras and the bits and bobs and like that. You're then looking at your D barriers and you're looking at your Foolish Barrier of Goods and you're looking at your Sharks and Toads, which is going to start bumping your budget up. However, this deck can be very, very scary. They do have more cards being announced. They did actually recently just have a Pendulum monster announced, which, how helpful it's going to be, I don't know, but I think what most people are waiting for is Patchwork Daredevil, which is really, really cool. I like the look of that. You know, and just all the other support that Fluffals are going to get, and they're really, really fun to play. So, you know, if you've got all the expensive cards lying around, if you had Hero Toads, and you're like, don't know what I want to do, I want something a bit of fun, this is your option. If you've got the expensive cards, you're 3/4 of the way there. So, I hope this helped. I hope you do try this out, whether it be online or physically, and you enjoy it, because it's very, very fun. I really enjoy it. And I know a couple of people taking this deck to Leicester Regionals this weekend, so best of luck to those. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Until next time, guys, see ya.